Hello everyone. So today we are going to learn the code for Floyd's triangle. So first of all, what is a Floyd's triangle? It goes like 1. Here you can see it is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's take a visual representation of it. Floyd's triangle 1, then 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here number of rows that we have taken in the example is 4. So first of all, let me explain you that how it works. So row number 1 has 1 element, row number 2 has 2 elements, row number 3 has 3 elements, and row number 4 has 4 elements. So it goes like 1, then the next 2 continuous elements, then the next 3 continuous elements, and then the next 4 continuous elements. So row 1 has 1 column, row 2 has 2 columns, row 3 has 3 columns, and row 4 has 4 columns. So let us try to code the program. So first of all, we will write hashtag include iostream. So iostream, as I explained in the previous video, iostream is a header file in the C++ standard library that tells the compiler that we will be taking certain standard input and output, and it automatically includes those standard input output stream library in the program. And the next thing that we have to write is using namespace std. The std namespace contains all the standard C++ library functions and objects. If we don't write this using namespace std, we have to instead write std cout or std cin every time we use these functions cout or cin. So these two things, they are like basic fundamental things that we have to write every time we are writing a C++ code. So let's begin with the code. So my code will be enclosed within the int main function. Int main function is the main body of the program within which the complete fundamental code is written. So first of all, here we took the example where rows were equal to 4, but we will be writing a user defined program. So the user will be giving the number of rows. So first of all, let us declare the rows variable. It is of the type integer, so we will write int rows. Then we have to take input of the rows from the user, so we will write cin rows. Before that, we have to prompt to the user that yes, you have to enter the number of rows. So we will just write cout. Cout is for printing some statement, and cin is for scanning the value of the variables. So we will write enter the number of rows and a semicolon. Cin rows. Then now how it works is like we will take a variable, any variable, let's say n. We will start it from 1, then it goes like 1 plus 1 2, then 2 plus 1 3, then 3 plus 1 4, then and so on. Okay, so we have to use a loop, a for loop we will be using here, and we will be using that for limiting the number of rows that we want. So let us start. So we will write int n is equal to 1 for printing the numbers, and we will start a for loop for int I is equal to 1. So our rows start, this outer for loop that I will be writing just now will be for the number of rows. So row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4. So it goes like for int I is equal to 1, I less than equal to rows, and I plus plus. So what it is doing here, that I starts from 1 and I goes until and unless it is less than equal to, let's say the number of rows is 4, and each time I plus plus, which means it is doing I is equal to I plus 1. So these two things mean the same. Okay, so after this, after running the loop for the number of rows, we have to run a loop for the number of columns as well, or for the number of elements that it will be printing in each row. For that, we will take another variable j. Now, as already told, that in each row the number of elements is equal to the number of the ith row which we are talking about. So row 1 has 1 element, row 2 has 2 elements, like this. So what we will do is for int j is equal to 1, j less than equal to I. That means for I is equal to 1, j is equal to 1. For I is equal to 2, j will be 1 and then 2. For I is equal to 3, j will be 1, 2, 3, like this. And every time we will be incrementing j as well. Now the main part that we have to print, that is cout n along with a space. Okay, so n here first of all is 1. So as shown, 1 will be printed first. Now we have to increment 1, this 1 each time. Here we have taken the variable n, so we will just increment it and we will write n plus plus. For that it is the same as n is equal to n plus 1, so no worries. And the next thing that we are doing here is, after printing the numbers in each row, we are moving to the next line. So what we are doing is, we come out of this inner for loop, and after each inner for loop we will give a new line character, cout \n. Okay, so what it does is that for row 1 this will be printed, then new line, then for row 2 then this will be executed, then new line. This is how it works. So we are done with our code, I guess. Let's save it and try running it. Okay, so it asks for the number of rows, let's say 5, and here it is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. All the 5 rows are printed. You can take a look of the program, and that was all. Thank you.